After 35 days, their dream of winning Survivor is over.
Right?
They now take on a new role. This is the Edge of Extinction jury.
And this is our Ponderosa!
When I said yes to playing Survivor again, I wanted to make sure that I could do everything I could to put myself in a better position to win this time. I screen capped every single Survivor puzzle that has ever been made into a 2-volume set. This is volume 2. And for those looking for the complete set,
I mean, who has time for this?
and then I made all these puzzles. I 3D printed the Cochrane puzzle from Caramoan.
I imagine David just going back through all the seasons, just screenshotting every single challenge.
And you know what? I'm sitting at Ponderosa, so as it turns out, doesn't matter how much preparation you do for Survivor, it just doesn't matter.
This is the puzzle me, Ron, and Aubrey beat the old Manu with, and they were still on the spokes when we had already wheeled it up and raised our flag. And David was on that puzzle.
Didn't win.
I didn't make a book.
Waste of time. You did great.
So it just goes to show, no matter how much you prepare, there's always twists and turns in the game that you won't anticipate, different personalities, and as the game progresses, it gets more and more easy to predict what people may do, so you have to constantly be on your toes.
It's crazy. I spent a month compiling all the puzzles that have been in Survivor into these 2 books, and I have a girlfriend, so it's possible to be obsessive and a geek and a nerd and still maintain a relationship with a member of the opposite sex.
But which returnee was most like you thought they'd be after seeing them on TV, and which was least like you thought they'd be seeing them on TV?
Well, I think that the one that was most like the pick on TV was David, and the one that was least like was you. And I think that you come across very humble, but you also have like a very big ego too.
It's been a rough morning. It's been a rough morning. I'm trying to just decompress and write it all down, get it all out, and remember everything. Do a little, take in a bit of Fiji and try to enjoy my remaining time here as much as I can. Get my mind off the game and get back into healing in real life.
It's easy for someone to say, well, do you want me to be honest? And of course you're going, yeah, I want you to be honest. And they go, okay, well, you're an asshole and you are disrespectful and you talk down to people or whatever, or I'm egotistical. So someone gives you their honest opinion about you, and you asked for it, but now you didn't want to hear it, or you weren't ready to hear it, or you're going to get defensive about it, and you're not going to take it with I think it's funny, everyone uses a grain of salt. Yeah, but 1 grain of salt in an open wound burns like hell.
Yep.
So it's people's feelings are very sensitive still. So
They're just throwing out there some of the things they said, but they're not necessarily doing it in a way that's bedside manner friendly for the people who are still in a little bit of a broken place.
So, what are you talking about?
We were talking about coming to Ponderosa together, all 10 of us, and what that was like.
I was so glad Eric was here, because I told myself, I said, when I get to the Edge of Extinction, if Eric opted to go to the Ponderosa, I'm going to pull the cell. I'm just going to Ponderosa. I can't stay on the Edge of Extinction. And every day when I woke up on the Edge of Extinction, I was like a shell of a human. I couldn't even think clearly. And Eric was like, Ron, can you give me one more day, buddy? Can you give me one more day? And I was like, okay, I'll do one more day.
You guys ready to get to today's reward challenge?
Yes. Absolutely, let's go. What are we playing for, Jeff?
For today's challenge, you will solve a complicated cube puzzle. First one to finish wins reward. Okay. Want to know what you're playing for?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets. Oh, French All right, first one to finish wins reward. Survivors ready?
Yes.
Go! Julia and Wentworth getting very close. Think they've got something. Meanwhile, Ron and Joe with a different strategy.
Oh, this goes right there.
What is this exactly? Wentworth thinks she's got something. Julia and Wentworth pulling ahead, getting close, although Ron and Joe not far behind.
Wentworth used to playing from the bottom. How will she do when she's a cube ahead?
Yeah, Eric, why did you decide to sit this one out?
Well, I prefer to be challenged.
Blue, white.
You know, so if I see a challenge and
Yeah, but there's two.
it's too elementary, it's too simple.
Yes, it's a cube. Joe and Ron working well together. Initially very far behind, now pulling ahead. Joe and Ron seconds away from solving this.
But there's a slight issue.
35 days on this island. Brains not working as efficient as they would be. Joe and Ron about to solve it.
Keep working, Kelly. Come on, don't give up.
Wentworth and Julie getting distracted by their progress. Joe and Ron win reward!
I didn't want those cold nuggets anyway.
Yeah, those nuggets suck.